We're all here.
Today I have what you guys are about to walk into, the heavy water factory. I have the geological thing where Mallory, the person that you're traveling with now, came from. And then if you guys can make it, I have some stuff ready for Green Cove, but we will see.
Ooh.
See how far we get.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do like a full pass through Green Cove, but we will at least do like you guys getting there if you do get there.
So either way, we're gonna at least be there.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you will at least be there
Awesome.
by the end of the session.
Barring whatever happens
at
at the question marks.
Plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I don't think we'll like be doing anything in Green Cove. That'll probably happen next session, but you guys will probably
Let
at
me
least
click on this
get
real
to
quick.
Green Cove.
I want to
If
check
that makes
something.
sense.
This guy's name is
Nope.
this dude's name is Retro Armadillo, bro.
Oh, wait.
What the hell? That's funny.
Maybe.
That is
I
definitely.
don't know if I'm ready to go back to that yet, though. Oh, fuck. Hang on.
Yes, that's
I made a
usually what they're
mistake.
used for.
Mistakes were made. Hang on. I did a thing. My how I have them lined up, I clicked off, and that was a mistake.
I did a thing.
I did an oopsie. Sharp, what you
Oh,
miss
good.
usually before you get here is me clicking on the Discord pop out about 1,000 times to get it to where on the bottom row, how it has them all lined up to the proper order so that Gavin, Kenku, and his screen share are on the left, so that for the stream I have it to where it's just our 5 icons. And it's kind of random when you click on one.
The scratching you if a dude is on the other team.
Oh my god, that dude's always there. The fact that it's his
Scratching Yif.
freaking name, dude, that's so cursed.
That is
The
cursed.
problem is that they're actually good at the game too.
That's even worse.
Yeah, no. They're actually really helpful when they're on your team.
What is it with like people that are really good at these games like Battlefield and shit? The top person, you look at the top of each leaderboard on one team or the other. One guy's like Jeff, and then the guy on your team is always like I Kill Bill or something like that. Like something weird and obscure.
I've told Sharp this story 100 times.
Yeah,
I am never gonna get over.
Oh no,
when I was playing,
God, not this again.
You remember Gay Butt Tickler 69?
That's awesome. That's the best name.
I ran into the guy
That's
when
amazing.
I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters, and even worse, the guy was so good at the game that I did not even hit him once.
Come on, you shit.
I love when we hop on Dark Tide. I love just like taking a crack at like just taking a peek and seeing what else everybody names their characters.
There's so many good names in that game. I'm
so
convinced.
unhinged.
Yeah, I'm convinced that game has the best like group of people for naming things. The names are so good every time we walk around.
God, if I could,
It do be like that.
We should start writing them down, honestly.
Yeah, next time we hop on, if we gotta write some of them down.
Restart the podcast, and it's just 15-minute episodes of us reading out the funny names we saw in Dark Tide last week.
Gay Butt Tickler 69.
That's such a fucking good name. That's awesome.
I'd say that's the best. Like, bro won.
Oh, no, wait. Go back. I think I had it, and I might have. I wish I could just drag these. That would be the best way to do it, is if I could just drag them around at the bottom and arrange them how I want them. At Discord.
I've heard that request multiple times.
You probably have. I'm prone to repeating myself.
I know.
Especially when I have to do repetitive processes like this where I have to click on a thing over and over and over.
Noise. It happens quite common, man.
And I don't worry, I have been trying to work out a pattern in which it shifts things around. I'm convinced that one day I will find the pattern.
This is a
It will happen.
Did you hear that, Kyle?
Yeah,
This is
I
new.
can hear it.
I knew it was coming, but I didn't know
It
when.
tells me.
What now?
It tells me you're closer to where it landed because you heard it before it hit me. You talking about the thunder?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, the
I
weather.
figured it. Yeah, I figured it was coming. I just
Oh yeah,
didn't know
no, I
when.
was looking at the weather. We're in a
Ladies
we're
and
in
gentlemen,
tornado
boys and
patches.
girls, I have fixed it, and I can now fix the stream as well, so it's not all wonky. I should have done that to begin with, but here we are. Oh, let me open a new tab. The the last thing to get ready that I actually hadn't done yet is opening a separate tab, so I can open Owlbear. Otherwise, I was actually fully ready, and then I clicked in Discord, which was a mistake. Won't be doing that again. Lock the scroll wheel.
I looked up Dark Tide player names because I was curious, and first picture's like, oh, these are some normal, probably lore accurate names. No, don't worry, I found the good stuff.
The good
There
stuff.
was one in I didn't run in. It's not people I ran into, but I saw like a sit post of it. It was like a match of paladins, and there was a Makoa and a Pip, and one of them was named I Attack and I Protect.
That's funny. That's actually hilarious.
Let's
Love
see.
that.
All right, I will read these. I'll see how many I can find.
It's crazy. It is very crazy to think that if I had never installed that game, I would not be here right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And now that game is dead. Not even like as in like low player base. I mean dead as in it is no longer getting updated.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just rest in peace, paladins.
What the fuck is wrong with OBS? There it goes.
All right, let me.
Okay.
You want me to read some of these names?
I am 100% ready for the pre-show of reading off Dark Tide names.
All right, I'm just gonna put rapid fire. Space Maid, Corpse Starch, named Ultramarine, Pop Goes the Heretic,
Named Ultramarine.
What the hell?
Eugene Steeler, Horusi Lover Uwu,
Eugene
Jordan
Steeler, that's a
Venus.
sneaky one. This is a Gene
Named
Steeler.
My
Space
face
Space
is my
Marine gives me the
shield.
same vibe as John Warhammer.
John Warhammer.
My Face is My Shield, a psyker named Future Warp Portal, Michael Zapson, Gordon Heresy, Lamau James, Ellen Degenerate.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh, hang on, I saw some good ones a second ago. Fuck. Come on. See, fucking Nebuchadnezzar and Ashtray Steve.
Ashtray Steve.
Come on, there's gotta be some real good. Chris Fartley, Liz Borden B. Horton.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Gotta keep
I'm
going.
still-
Come on.
I'm still fucked up over Future Warp Portal.
That was good. That was really good. I was stuck on Eugene Steeler.
Yeah, that one was.
That was good. That was a sneaky one. That was a sleeper.
Skibbity Servo Skull.
Yes.
Oh
The
no!
crossover is coming. Magic the Gathering, get on it.
Okay. You know what this reminds me of? This is like the clip that I saw, and it was titled like "Greatest Names That Queso's Viewers Have Referred to Him As."
Oh
He just,
God.
like endlessly gets roasted by his freaking chat. One of them
Have you
called
seen
him
the-
Jason Four Cheese.
Oh my god, have you seen the fucking song?
Oh no!
Yeah, that guy called Jason
I've
Voorhees as
unfortunately
well.
run out of the best way to get Dark Tide player names is to play Dark Tide, so I've
Oh,
run
yeah.
out of material on Google. But hang on, let me look up that Queso song. It's so
my
fucking funny.
God. Oh no!
Quiero Taco Bell.
Oh my god. I forgot about Gravity Circuit. I forgot about that.
Alright, I found it. This is pretty fucking good. This isn't the one he's reacting to. I think it is the one he reacted to. But I found it the one where he's not reacting to it. It's just a straightforward, you gotta fucking see this.
Oh no! And his over the top reactions, I think, are the reason why he ended up being famous.
Oh, there's a part 2? Hell yeah. Let me know when y'all are listening to this shit.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm looking.
Give it to me.
Do it.
All right.
I remember that one. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was my favorite.
That was good.
Oh my god.
Fix's chat is God.
I kind of want to hear. I need to hear part 2 now.
Yeah,
Holy
my
fuck, I'm
God, it's
crying.
all just-
That's
it's all
awesome.
just his chat roasting.
No.
his art.
Roasting cabals, cousin Todd Cobell. It takes 19 years to walk past Kate.
This is the one I saw.
Bulldogs are so fat you could sell shade. 13 meals a day, you're so big you can stop the GTA 5 trade.
No.
Plates, stop ordering food and pretend it's fan there. Variety eating streamer, enemy one bird, die don't do no jumping jacks. Carol, what's not lie? Anakin Pie, Walker Ghost.
Ghost.
Can you take a big fart in my ear and give me the honor of going? No food at home. Machine guns, belly, 2 boxes of cheese. Travis, Scooter, Finco, I'm cutting the suit off. Are you kidding me? What are we? Yeah, you're banned, sir. You're so bad. It's not even funny.
Oh, I like this guy.
Oh my
Chef
god, I
Jones is
forgot about
awesome,
that.
dude. Did he actually do this?
Yeah, or not the. Maybe not the. I think they got him for the drums.
Did he know what his drummer thing was for?
I would assume so.
Wondering.
Oh no.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, that
Oh
was
my god.
Oh my god, that
Like,
worth
Damn.
it.
like if I was him, I would be convinced that my chat hates me
Worth.
in every
Oh
feasible
my
capacity.
God.
That was completely worth it. Oh my god.
Thank
Oh,
God he
my
was cool
face
with it
hurts.
because we got so many
Oh,
fucking good
man.
ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I feel sick from listening. That was too fucking.
I missed the opportunity that Jason Four Cheese wasn't in there.
Jason Four Cheese. There's.
Oh my god, there were so many good ones that they didn't say either, but they did say so many good ones, so I can't.
That was
even be
most of
mad.
them.
Oh man.
Some of those, it was like the invited you to jump road. It was because it says another player invited you to jump.
Yeah, exactly. Another player has invited you to diet.
Can you blow a big fart in my ear and give me the honor of going down?
Going down.
Oh my god! All right, the distraction aside,
Oh my god, the wheeze. It was perfect. Oh,
Is everybody ready?
I'm ready, smooth skins.
All right. Well, we come back in on the party, discovering the factory. Deep within the jungle was a heavy water facility back before the war and everything, which excited quite a few people in the party. One of which is currently stomping up to the door, right?
Yep, just in.
So
I've got my pistols in each hand, following him or following her.
What do you guys do about Mallory, who is now about halfway into the bottle of termite meat you guys gave her, and
Oh shit!
probably not going anywhere?
Good. She needs a chance to calm down.
You need to stay in the car. It's where you're best kept safe, and we don't have to watch you.
Is it just us in this? Who's with us right now that may be able to stay back and watch her, or do we have anybody else with us? Because we don't want to leave her alone. If she's drunk, there's no telling what the fuck she'd do.
If you wanted, I guess you could leave Alex here. If one of you guys didn't want to stay, you guys could leave Alex here with her.
Against my better judgment, I will go to.
What was that?
Oh, I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
I said, yeah, I'll go with you guys too.
Against my better judgment, yeah.
As everybody, I guess, like the caravan kind of pulls up and stops this facility and people begin to get out, Alex would step out and then kind of look in the back, and you need me to, I can stay here, but you check out the facility. And he grabs one of the spare radios you guys got and like holds it out, and he's like, we can keep contact over radio if you need me, and let you know what's going on out here.
That'd probably be for the best, considering. Oh, Whisper's taken off. How far into the building has she gotten, or has she?
I wouldn't have
gotten
gone
to the
in
building
yet. I'm stopping at the first door, waiting for the voice in my head to give me a description of what this building possibly looks like.
It is a big, looks like a 2 to 3 story building, just square, very few windows. Looks human in design, pre-war. The door, well, where the door used to be is now just an opening with a few vines hanging over it and into complete darkness. With some lovely skulls painted above the doorway.
Would I have seen something like this in my travels? The skulls, that is, and know the full meaning possibly behind it?
Scary.
Scary? Yeah. Just checking.
Danger, scary.
I was wondering if there was anything unique.
No, nothing unique. It's just kind of just a universal wasteland sign to say,
Stay the
if
fuck
you're-
away.
yeah, don't go in here unless you're ready for a fight or something.
Slightly retroactive question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are there any like carbine rifles, like shorter than my rifles, like assault rifle type things? Something like a genuine, like CQC type of thing that I could have picked up that's shorter than my rifle to carry in specifically into this building, because I don't know what's in here and my rifle's a bit long.
No, yeah.
Walking around with an old 1700s musket rifle that just like from me to the wall over here, just whacking doors.
No, yeah, there definitely would be some weapons that were because
Okay.
the humans on Ermos they train a lot to fight in bunkers and then like close combat. So definitely a lot of like carbine style light rifles. I feel like a lot of those would be kind of more like smaller, like just easier to maneuver in tight spaces.
I'll have to. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna scroll up to. Where did you put the link to the modern stuff? Was it in our chat?
Yeah, it's in the Harvest 2 chat.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll up
I
and
can
I'm gonna
send you the
pin
link
it.
right now
Well,
if you wanted to
okay,
pin it after us.
send the link and then I'll pin it. So that we can always go back to, because I don't have it like saved anywhere. Wait, I might. I don't know.
I do want to ask who's going to take the radio that Alex offers.
I thought I still had one that they'd given me.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I've
does
still got
anybody
that one. I
else-
haven't modified it yet.
Okay.
Oh, the guns, bullets, and bombs things came back.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
You want to pin the link to that too?
Yeah, I would do that as well, just to be safe.
Can't remember which one was the one I saved.
Okay, there we go. You said. Let me scroll down. Wait, is it in this one or is it in the other one where the rifles are?
They're in both. The
Yeah.
the guns, bullets, and bombs one has a carbine rifle that does 1d10 damage. But the other one I think also has one.
I think it does as well.
I think both of them do.
But yeah, you could definitely have like a smaller, like close quarters style rifle weapon of something.
Okay. Let's see.
There's a rifle assault, a tactical shotgun, a submachine gun. In the modern one, the assault rifle does 2d8 piercing. A shotgun does 2d8 piercing. Machine gun does 2d8 piercing. Huh.
So I'm looking at, within reason and up to you, like the assault rifle or maybe the submachine gun, whichever one makes more sense to you.
Yeah, I was about to say it's whichever you feel like.
Submachine gun's more close range.
That's what I was
than
gonna
the
say.
Assault. So if you're going,
yeah, like I said, whichever makes
for
more
mobility
sense
inside.
narratively. But
I feel
Also,
like an
take up less
SMG
room.
would be a little bit easier to, like take up less room, be a little bit
yeah.
easier to come by,
Okay.
easier to find ammo for as well.
All right, I will
Smaller
have
caliber.
a submachine gun in my hand. I'm gonna copy paste this right now.
Did you want it to be a kinetic weapon or a light weapon?
What you tell me? I don't know what's actually in there. That's why I was asking, because like
it could
I
be
figure
either.
there's like a submachine gun, but whatever is in the truck, like type of ammunition.
It'd probably be a light
Well-
weapon, so it'd do radiant damage, since
so
it would be
radiant.
What did I
like
say?
in the truck.
He said we had a cache of radiant weapons in the vehicle the last time, so that's probably what we'd have.
Like this one,
Just a
like
variety.
the SMG would probably be up like near the driver's seat, since it would be like,
Driver loadout.
yeah, exactly.
Small, easy to hide in beside.
Yeah.
Hell, the tactical shotgun actually has CQB.
I don't know if there's. Is there anything big enough for Stone's hands?
CQB.
Like to hold?
I think
I
that's
feel like his hands
advantage
would
on
be
attack
too
rolls
big
made
to
against
advantage with that
fit
An
his
elephant
fingers
gun?
to hold the
the feet are less.
trigger.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got a shotgun with that right now.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm sure we could find some kind of firearm. I'd even be open to designing one if you wanted to.
Just gives him a big ass hand cannon, just a really big revolver.
I've already got 2 of those.
I've got one.
I've got 2 big
I don't know,
revolvers.
but
with
is it large enough for freaking Stone's hands?
It interchanges with the bullets for my sniper rifle.
Oh, that's actually that's
They
a
use the
freaking that's an
same-
elephant revolver.
They use the
That's
same
nice.
the cylinder, so they use the same ammo. That way I
That's
can just interchange
really
them.
Cool.
I made them. Haha.
Very cool.
So yeah, that way I can enhance one of my cylinders, and then I can swap it between my guns.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Yeah, I was just putting in
Is
stats.
Is there anything else that anybody needs to do before we enter the facility?
Yeah, because I'm leaned up against the wall, just like waiting for everyone to catch up.
Not really inherently. So
Okay.
I think we're pretty much good.
I'm gonna put
Let's
down
get
the
it.
map then, and if you will all make your way over to the map I just placed down,
Ooh.
and you can place your tokens. Let me see if I can find a good. You can place them right up in the top left corner. I'll leave the laser pointer there till you can get some. Yeah. And it is dark in here.
Is this to scale?
So-
Should I go back up to 5 feet or?
You can go up to 5 feet.
Okay. We had them smaller to fit on the other map.
This isn't exactly where you guys are right now, but I couldn't find a full. I couldn't find multiple maps to design this, so for right now, you guys are like in the entryway.
Okay.
There are like some old dilapidated posters about like energy and like production of certain things, including heavy water. But they're like worn and faded, and then there is a computer terminal, but the screen's punched out.
Oh. That seems intentional.
And that's all you can see immediately as you all come in. And anybody that doesn't have dark vision is gonna have trouble seeing in here unless you have a light source, because it is
I have dark vision, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and then
Zombie.
I know I
Serena,
have it
you
for sure.
your helmet has night vision because it still has battery charge, right?
Right. Yeah.
Apparently I have greater dark vision too.
Okay.
I'm happy with it.
It's dark in here.
All right. So, before we all go in and like while we're on like the outside wall, because like I'm up outside like next to the door, lean against the wall, looking at my arm, doing things with Sato, waiting for everyone to arrive.
Okay.
Do I notice? Can I have a look around to see if I notice any like tracks or anything of creatures or anything like that,
Make a
and possibly poke at Seraphim to possibly do the same. See if there's anything in nearby.
You make a nature check, and if Seraphim wants to, he can make a perception check. Since you're looking specifically for tracks and anything familiar like flora or fauna wise, you make a nature check, and then if Seraphim wants to, he can make a perception check since he would just be looking around.
I'll make a perception check. Looking for tracks.
Look
Just-
for
yeah.
anything that might be nearby that might be an issue. We have skulls above the door. Like in general, just like.
Yeah.
I'll do the first one with this one, just for the fun of it. That ended up being a 24 nature
I also
check.
got a 24 perception.
Okay.
Damn.
You do find some tracks. You see a lot of various animal tracks, but you do see one track that does stick out. It seems to be of some large creature. Large, seems to be bipedal. Probably around 11 feet tall. You see that it's a bit more frequent than any of the other tracks. And Seraphim is Raziel points out these tracks that the big tracks might be the things that the Red Skulls are talking about. You notice a few human corpses and elven corpses with their eyes ripped out. Just kind of strewn out in a pile towards the entrance. And that's it. You guys don't really know what's going on, but you can see that there's something here, and it's.
My first thought did not give me warm and fuzzies. Damn it!
There's something here that has a very peculiar taste. I'm not looking forward to finding out what it is.
I will say its body.
I'm sure we're gonna
the
run
bodies
into
of the
it.
victims are mauled too, but like very specifically, their eyes are like gouged and ripped out.
Sato, can you
First
tell
thing
how
went through my
long
head
these
was
bodies have
Jeepers
been
Creepers.
here?
Jeepers.
As you say
Reminded me
that,
of an,
Excuse me.
what's up?
I was just saying, it reminded me of a very old indie horror movie about these guys that went into like a tunnel in Australia and just kept getting one by one picked off by like this thing that kept ripping people's eyes out.
Oh my god.
Scary.
The movie was literally called The Tunnel.
Spooky.
Have you seen Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? The monsters in that eyes too.
Oh yeah.
It's very interesting.
But Sato scans the corpses, and after a moment and some analysis, he kind of speaks up and he says, "They vary. The ones at the bottom have been there for maybe a few weeks, and the ones here up top," he kind of highlights one that's like near the very top. Seems to have just been put here about a day or so ago.
At a few weeks, and then as Sato continues on, I'm already like pulling the bolt, checking around. I'm up at the door, I'm ready and waiting, and I'm like looking at the others waiting.
If I'd heard that, I would have pulled my guns out too.
As you're all doing this,
Yeah, guns out.
Alex, he hears all this, and he kind of steps up before you guys go in, and he just says, "I'll be sure to let you know if anything comes back through here."
What would be the lady's AC that we're leaving with behind? Is she weaker or
Probably
does she have
11.
good AC?
He
Low AC?
I was about to say she is a wizard, and she's not a very high level.
Like
If that's
10 or
anything.
11 easily. I
So-
I was
bet.
about to say, yeah, like 12 on a
I
good
would've-
day.
I would have probably attached my armor bot to her, so that she had a
Okay.
better chance of surviving if
Just in
something went
case.
As you
wrong. Because
as you walk up
it's
and
useless,
attach
more
it to
useless
her,
to us.
yeah, it's the spider bot, right?
Yeah,
It like skitters up over her, and she just kind of like,
because it like
and she's
unfolds.
just like, yeah, she is
it
now
does turn
a,
armor like. It doesn't look like a spider after it disengages.
Oh, that would be horrifying. Like, something crawled in me!
No,
Oh my
it's more
God.
like an armored covering.
She's
So you now
drunk.
have a comatose drunk half elf and like a breastplate in the back of your truck.
Oh,
now.
I probably would have had that on her when we first picked her up.
Fair enough. I was like, if you're
Yeah,
doing
I
that
If
got
we
now,
were going to
she's
be
like,
escorting her, it would have been on her for a while.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
But all right, I'm just waiting for the lineup at the door so that I'm waiting for everybody to gather so that I can like go in, because I don't want to go in by myself while everybody's not ready yet. So that's why I mentioned waiting by the door. Or is everybody
About to,
like?
yeah. Just let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm prepped as I'm gonna. Well, I'll cast. Yep. Well, no, that only lasts for a minute. Yeah, so I'll wait.
I'll wave everyone over.
Wait, no, it didn't. Wait.
Seraphim, can you see in the dark?
What do I look like to you? A mutant? No, I can't see in the dark.
All right.
Yes, his eyes are like just bleeding, glowing.
Ignoring radiation, I cannot see in the dark.
Never mind, that does last an hour, so I would have cast Arcane Weapon
Let me look at my class, because I do believe I have a really high form of...
on one of my guns.
I just need to at least look at the specifics for it.
I think the helmet I had gave me dark vision. Did we discuss that?
I don't know.
We said that your
I got a
we
helmet.
talked about your helmet. Yeah, your helmet gives you advantage on attacks, but I don't think you have any way of having dark vision.
Okay, so my description here is superior dark vision. I can see in dim light and darkness within 120 feet of me as if it were a bright light. However, I cannot discern color in the darkness, only shades of gray.
Okay. So yeah, pretty standard.
Still
I know,
one shot.
like a dog.
All right, Stone, you're on my 6. I want
And I can
Seraphim
see
in
up
the
to
middle.
60.
I want Raziel in the back. And Maxon in front of Raziel.
Wouldn't it be wiser to have me in front in case
No.
there's traps?
Because you'd be in my way if I try to shoot something.
I don't think your gun would hurt very much.
You misunderstand. I want to hit what I'm shooting at, not you.
I'm being sarcastic.
I just kind of look at everybody. It's you figure out after I start to walk in. It's a look of like everybody ready, but I don't actually say anything, and I just turn and start walking through the door. Gun up, checking corners, being careful.
I was about to say, as you enter, it's like I said, you enter what seems to be like what would have been like a reception, like main desk area for this facility. Computer screens punched out. You see a bit more of skeletons, not corpses now, just kind of laying on the ground. And you see, say, two doors. There's a door behind the desk reception area, and then there seems to be another door leading further down the hall.
You're the lead.
So
Go on.
I'm gonna step in, obviously, as we are here.
We're quite literally playing follow the leader.
I'm gonna try and get to a point of like where we can get like over here or something, where there's stuff over us. We're still a little bit in the shade, as it were, and try and
I was
look
about to
like.
say, you guys aren't exactly in this room yet. We're kind of still like theater of the mind for right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so give it to me again. So we're walking in and.
Reception area, there's a desk up front, some knocked over like places to set, kind of strewn around. Punched out computer terminal, there's a door behind the reception desk, and then a little bit down the hall there seems to be a larger door.
Okay. Alright,
I'll go
so
into the room. Can I see any footprints of that big thing in here?
There's not really
A way to
No,
see
actually-
footprints on this floor?
yeah, no, it's like it seems to be like a very hard like
Alright,
concrete.
just checking.
So yeah, no, there's nothing like that would leave an imprint. You do
Sorry.
note it, but I will say like there are more skeletons leading towards the big door, and anybody that has a really good dark vision can see there are some claw marks. It looks like that door may have been forced open.
So
I'm gonna turn.
exactly how bright is it?
I will say in this room, since it's so close to the entrance, it is dim light in there, but the other rooms are probably going to be like pitch black.
I need a light. I can't see.
That's
I
why
think
you're in
that's
the
why
middle.
Whisper's got you right behind her.
That's why I stuck you in the middle behind Maxon, so that when we do turn on the lights, you are in a good spot between two toughies. Okay, so I'm gonna enter, seeing this little reception area, and I'm gonna turn and look at Stone, and I'm gonna kind of give one of these and point down the hall, and I'm gonna walk over to the reception area. Is there any sort of and again, I'm giving orders, just to be clear, everybody. I'm not telling you what to do. You can fuck off and do whatever you want. I'm telling you what she's telling you to do, just to be clear. This isn't me commanding everyone. It's just to clarify. But I'm going to walk over to the reception and look for any sort of electronics, any bookkeeping machines. I'm looking for PCs, but that might not necessarily be what they're called in Urmos, so that's what I'm looking for, though. Is like data pads, PCs,
Computers.
terminals, anything I can find that might have information that might be dead, but Sato maybe could get something possibly out of it.
Out of the memory bank.
You might be able to plug him into the busted PC that's on the reception desk,
Hell yeah.
but any like paper documents have just like disintegrated
Right,
if
of
they're on
course.
that desk.
Yeah, that's
But,
why I'm looking
if
for
you-
electronic, because I doubt that those have survived.
If you want to attempt to retrieve any data from the broken PC, you will make a tinker check.
Absolutely.
Or, a tinker check, because you have to use tools to mess with it.
Can
Yeah,
I see anything
absolutely.
in the water?
Do what?
Can I see anything in the water?
Well, we're still in
We're
this
not-
hallway. We're not out there quite
Okay,
yet.
we're still in the hall. So
We're
I
still in the
can't see
entry
it.
hallway to walk
Yeah,
in
that
first.
makes sense.
That's why I motioned you down to like look in, maybe check in some of the other rooms and look at the rest of the hallway. Since we're in a narrower area, you being out in front would be fine.
Alright, so
Because
we'll
the reason
probably
I'm placing myself in front in the larger room is in case something's further off, I can shoot it and then you can just run past me after I have shot it. But that way we don't have to play with sight lines and stuff.
Does it look like there's any like security room coming off of here somewhere?
Any labels over the doors have been worn away, so you can't tell specifically, but it could be the door behind the reception area, or it could be farther down past the bigger like opening doors into the actual facility.
Well, I would definitely like to at least check the door behind the reception area. See
The
what's
secondary
behind
reason, by the way, for having Stone behind me is I'm kind of looking in front and like sweeping. Stone, the ideal thing, because you have further dark vision than I do, would be to like be looking up once we get out into larger rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Looking up the stairs and looking up
He's
above
being
us.
cautious. He's
Okay.
being cautious. He knows creatures because he is one. So he's like
Yeah, because I'm not so much worried
searching
about like
for telltale signs of things that might want to eat us.
yeah, because I want you when we get in there. I want you looking up.
He's sniffing
Okay,
around.
so
He's
that's-
looking for claw marks. He's checking for pretty much hostiles. Is what he's trying to do.
16 on the tinker check.
Okay. You're able to pull what seem to be some logs from before, like they seem to be pre-war maintenance logs. Excuse me. Talking about just the status of the plant, how it was just a fertilizer production plant, but then as the war became more serious, they started putting more research and development into heavy water storage, production, things of that nature, and it all kind of culminated in what seems to be a state-of-the-art electrolysis machine. I can't remember exactly. It's you send an electric current through the water to make deuterium
Oh.
oxide. And it seems to be an advanced system to do that. It would take about every 3 liters of water would give you a liter of heavy water using this machine, where normally it would take
Oh.
like 5 gallons to get like a
Interesting.
couple of like milliliters. It's very, very advanced. It doesn't say where it is, but it does
Cool,
say that it
cool.
was being worked on somewhere by the company here. The latest model that they were working on before everything went to shit.
Oh, very nice.
But anything else? You weren't able to get any access codes. The power isn't on, but and you weren't able to find a map or anything. But you were able to find those logs because they were pretty like there wasn't much security to get past those. Raziel, did you say you were checking the door behind the reception area?
Yes.
It is not locked, so you slide it open. There's no resistance since the power's off. You just kind of have to like slide it.
Yeah.
And it is just a supply closet. If you want, you can roll a d20, and I'll let you know what's in there. What you find in there, at least.
10. Unless I add something to it.
No, it's just a flat
Box
roll.
of staples.
Thought so.
I was gonna say like there's what looked to be some like emptied cleaner. Yeah, a box of staples, this and that. There is an old first aid kit, but it only has some sealed bandages and what looked to be a bottle of like sterile alcohol, but it's evaporated.
Yeah.
So you could
Some bandages are better than none.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's probably the best thing in the room.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of too.
All right. Well, I'll step to the front of the room, kind of look around at anyone in a like querying sort of gaze, like find anything type of look.
Was anybody else like looking at anything specific? Did anybody go check out the other door?
I think I'm gonna break off and go do that.
Okay.
We'll
The
cover
same.
ground if we split up.
It's the same as the door that Raziel walked to. The door is not powered, so you do have to open it manually. I will say that this one it has way more claw marks, and the scraping around it shows that it is probably forced open and forced close semi-frequently.
So this is the big door.
Yeah, this is the door that like probably like leads into the main parts of the facility.
Before you open that, do we want to search anything else in here?
Let's say, yeah, whoever would like to roll to kind of like look around, just give me a flat d20 roll.
Well, I wasn't sure what else may be in here.
I mean, I can give a d20 roll if anyone wants me.
There's nothing like specific, but if you guys want to roll the loot,
Hey, Zachary.
Might as well. Yeah, because I can see better, so I might as well do it, just because I can smell and see things.
okay, yeah.
That is a 15.
Mm,
Is it
On-
perception or just flat?
it's just a flat roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
As you look around, you find a body of what seems to be a Green Cove bandit. That was you assume was probably snatched off the road.
Did you have anything I know of, or anything interesting?
His uniform's still intact. Like the green moss, kind of like shoulder cape that they all wear to show that they're like Green Cove. He has his gun, some bullets. It's just like a hunting rifle. He doesn't have any rations or anything on him, and that's about it.
Okay, well, I'll just I'll take his little cloak because I think that'd be interesting, and I'll take the gun and the ammo. Why not?
I'll wander over and kneel
'Cause I
down.
might be able to edit and mess with it myself.
Definitely.
While he's pilfering, I'll quietly Sato and wait for
Yes.
same previous request.
After a small scanning sequence, he processes the data and says, 4 days.
Would it require me to make a nature check to like kind of work out based on like the time of death of each new group of like bodies that we're seeing, would I be able to work out, or Sato or any of the better natured people, the likeliness of this thing being here right now, and or what it is?
You know that Raziel, based on his like high nature roll, even he didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So I don't know about knowing what it is, but you could definitely try and figure out if it is like here or if it is out hunting.
Absolutely. I'll wave not to meta, but who's our nature check person?
Me.
Is it
Yeah, I was
you?
about to say, I think it's
okay.
Raziel.
It's me. I got a +7.
I'll say I'll look to
Well, he
Raziel and
should
I'll
be,
wave you
'cause
over.
It might be me. What's my nature? Right now. Yeah, it's +1, so yeah, no, he's good.
I'll wave
I
you
got a
over,
whopping
Raziel.
-1.
For
And
being that I am a creature of nature, that is kind of embarrassing.
I'll kind of like look down at this again, and kind of. What do you think? Any chance that thing is here right now? This body's about 4 days. Some of those outside days also. You think it still might be here?
It's always a possibility. Let me check. I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Hopefully it's out hunting and not here right now.
Oh boy.
As Raziel begins to like think about the bodies, think about other things in the wasteland, you come to the thought of essentially that half of these bodies were found hunting, and half of these bodies were killed and left out here, assuming you assume to ward off intruders as like a intimidation attempt. You think that may be why their eyes are ripped out? It's just to be a very gruesome attempt to scare something off. So
this is something's roost. This is something's home.
And it does go out and hunt, but it also seems that very recently it has had to defend its home from what seems to be a lot of attackers. And there aren't just human bodies here either. There are some jungle animal bodies, and even we'll say even some spider snakes that have like seem to have wandered too close and gotten strung up on the walls and ripped apart. Their eyes also ripped out.
Oh boy.
So basically, everything around
I'm
here
sure it'll
is under this thing's food chain.
Yeah, it seems that whatever this is kind of rules the roost here.
What do you think, Raziel?
With that check, would I be able to tell whether or not it may or may not be a nocturnal creature?
You
Ooh,
can
an
tell
interesting
by
question.
you can tell by
Or do I need to roll it again?
you can I'll just give it to you since you had like a dirty 20. You can tell that it seems to prefer the dark, but with how many bodies are just here, you assume that it just kind of hunts when it feels like it, kills when it wants to, eats when it's hungry.
But prefers the night.
It seems to prefer the dark. Yeah.
The dark. Okay.
Because you notice that this is a very dark area compared to the rest of the jungle. It's almost like a cave. It's almost like a cave.
Not to pull a whisper above board. Who's our investigation person?
Definitely not me.
Let me see.
Because I would say whoever it is, I would have them go and inspect the claw marks to see how recent the last gouges are.
I can probably
I mean-
Because if it
smell
opens and closes the door, it might be able to be a better indicator of how long ago it's been here.
Depends, but it might be Sato because Sato is like that's the one thing Sato
is
can
true.
do aside from just like
Yeah.
storing information. It's literally
For me,
its purpose
I
is
have-
investigation checks.
Yeah, no, I have an investigation of 1, but if need be, I could like sniff the claw marks, see if I can.
give somebody
recognize the
guidance.
smell.
Because I keep fucking forgetting I got it.
Yeah, Sato literally like that is literally the one stat Sato has. His one stat, and it's intelligence for the sake of doing an investigation check.
I'm the history, arcana, and nature guy. Those I got you in.
Okay, so do you guys want Sato to take care of it? Do a little investigating?
Yeah, I'll wonder, like, if you're pointing out, like, claw marks and stuff like that, I'll walk over and I'll say, Sato, any ideas?
Will you roll for him?
Absolutely. Let's see. What was that? A 4. Is that a 4? Yeah, it's a 4.
And then what was his?
I don't remember specifically. I know I said for his base stat, his intelligence is just a 20 because that's all he can do. He doesn't have any other stats.
I
don't remember what we said about
he's
You
say
say
he's proficient.
Okay.
Yeah. Since it's like
remember
the
what
one
we said
skill
about
he
that
can
part.
really do.
Yeah.
Like.
Because everything else is just information storing, which is why it makes sense for him to have an intelligence of 20. That's literally all he does.
Okay, so 4 plus 5 plus
3.
3?
Plus, so it'd be a plus 8. So it should be a 12?
With a 12, what was it you were trying to discern again exactly?
Yeah, I was scanning the claw marks for your benefit.
To see if we could tell how recent the last set of claw marks got added to the door.
Okay,
See how
so he
fresh
scans
the claw marks are.
he scans the door and he can't really tell, but he does tell you that it has been open and closed at least today. So it is either here or it isn't.
Wow.
So I'll kind of gather everybody to me at the door before entering, and I'll look around. All right, so we've got claws, we've got quite a bit of toughness that can take on spider snakes and various other creatures easily and at will.
Before we go in, I would like to radio back to Alex. I want him, his head on a swivel, but I want the cannon pointed at the fucking door in case we have to run and this thing chases us out. I want him to shoot the motherfucker in the face.
I'll jump in on this conversation too, and I'll say I'd make sure to try and, if it isn't already above table, I would back the half track into cover and possibly the other vehicles if you're able. Keep the doors shut.
Yes.
There is something here. And hopefully we don't have to find out what. Ideally, we leave it undisturbed to do its hunting and live in its environment, and we get what we need and leave.
Sounds good. You kids be careful. And you hear just over the radio, just in the background, you hear vehicles begin to move, and you hear them outside as well, just kind of a low rumbling through the walls as you guys kind of move around as he moves the vehicles into cover.
All right, well, those out of sight, us in here. I'll heft my gun back up and I'll point at the door and look at you, Stone, to pull it open for me so I can move in.
All right.
Let's move in. Slowly.
You don't...
I nod and I outstretch my hand onto the handle and I make sure everyone's in their positions before I pop it open.
Okay. Are you trying to open it quietly, or are you just slowly pulling it open?
I'm making sure everyone's weapons are aimed because I'm gonna stand behind the door and pull it immediately. Just quick pull open so everyone's already aiming and ready to fire.
Loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to go quietly or do we want to go loud? Because this is probably an abandoned building that's not got a whole lot of movement.
Because
I was about to say,
Do you want to go in
how
smart or do you want to go in brave and stupid?
I can be brave and stupid. I'm one of the sole people here who can afford to do that.
Yes, but if you do that, that draws its attention to all of us.
I will point out that I did say slowly.
Exactly. So that is a.
But it is up to you how you do it.
This is It would have been funny if he said slowly and he just rips it off.
Just
the
fucking
hinges.
rip it,
He
throw it
rips the
outside, rip
door
it off the hinges.
I'm not gonna joke. Okay, all jokes aside, if me and Stone tried that, we could very much do that.
Don't want the door ripped off though. But yeah, I'll actually, as you put your hand on the door handle, I'll say slowly.
Okay.
I want to do this
slowly
quietly.
is the-
Ideally,
So-
we don't, and I'm looking between everybody. Ideally, we don't disturb this thing, whatever it is. We leave it alive to hunt and have its happy days dealing with these disgusting bandits, and we can get what we need and move on.
All right.
But-
So
We'll see.
So yeah, so you pull it open slowly, Stone.
One last thing, above table. Would anyone like to rearrange yourself in the lineup? before we move in.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I want to say before we get too far.
I'm gonna make myself like in front of the doorway in case something is there, so I'd probably take brunt of damage.
Yeah, because I'm standing back like from where you're like you're gonna open it, and I'm back like at least 8 feet from the door before
Are
moving
we
through.
full opening the door, or just opening it enough to get through?
Like just opening the door, very quietly, yes, but I'm probably gonna open the door all the way.
Okay. As you slowly open the door all the way, it kind of scrapes and creaks anyhow, but the building is kind of doing that. Like it being next to the water, the waves are kind of crashing up against where you assume like the facility would like gather and process water. So you do kind of hear this like gentle creak anyhow. So it's not like too noticeable as you open the door, but as you do open the door, we will open into this hallway.
Okay. 60
So the
and
door is
120
this wide,
feet
then?
of dark vision. Do we see anything in this general area?
You see this walkway, and you notice the pool of water here, and there's a large jungle tree growing right here in the water that you can notice immediately. Anybody with dark vision can see it. If you
Okay.
don't have dark vision, you just see a large object right here.
Okay. So this could be it.
Stone sees it all.
Yeah, you can see quite a bit of
Yeah,
it. That's why I want you looking up.
Okay,
Yes.
so
yeah, exactly.
Stone,
Yeah,
I
that
will
is the
describe
whole reason I had that idea.
I will
Wait,
describe
did I
the whole
accidentally
room
move
to
you?
you,
I did not mean to
Stone.
move you.
And so you, along with this tree, Stone, you also see the same tree here and here. So there are 3 large trees that seem to be growing out of the pool of water. And I said they were here, here, and here. Yeah.
Is there anything particular
Mysterious
about these
music.
trees I should notice or can see about them?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, I like these. Well, how high is my perception? Let me look at my thing real quick. Perception is +4. Okay. So let's see. Come on, give me 20.
Guidance.
That is 18.
That they are just plain jungle trees. They have moss on them. They seem very wide. It is strange that they seem to be growing so well here in the darkness, but at the same time you assume that's just the radioactive water has probably just mutated them in such a way to make them able to do that. And this was a research facility, so it could have had something to do with it as well.
That is interesting.
But other than that, there's nothing really in this room, except you do see a door over here, like at the far side, and a door over here across the pond.
Okay, so do I
Like
see anything in the water?
Some corpses,
Yeah.
and
I might want to loot those.
there's some corpses.
Corpses, loot.
You see some roots from the tree, what you assume are the trees, and the other. There is some other various jungle foliage throughout this.
So,
But yeah.
is this water safe to assume to be completely radioactive? Just unsafe to be in?
It is actually a part of the Green Cove oasis, so this water is actually safe.
Oh, okay.
It is just
So-
it would be like normal water.
I'm going to kind of look back over my shoulder and say, I don't see anything hostile, if that's what any of you are wondering. This room seems pretty normal, for the most part.
All right, I'll move up to the door, in the doorway, so I can put my foot against the door and let everybody line up. I'm like, all right, line up.
I'd still say to remain careful. Things sometimes know how to remain hidden, even from me.
Not to be on the nose, but moving with absolute all of my stealth.
Okay.
Carefully.
So I will let you guys go ahead and begin. You can make your way through here. As I said, there is a door here
Whoa.
on the side, which you will have to take this stairway to get over here. And then there's also a doorway here. And then there's a doorway at the end of the walkway here.
Can I get down into the water and see if those corpses have anything interesting or of use on them? Maybe something that can tell us what happened here? If not anything.
Sure, if you want to, yeah, you can make your way into the water if you want to move. Just you guys can kind of freely move around here. Like, I'm not taking, like, you have to move your movement speed. Like, if you guys want to just kind of pick where you're going.
If this is healthy water, it might also be a good idea for anyone who has, like, bottles or anything. Maybe get some water for rations later, potentially.
I will say you guys do have...
Water with that shit. Factory floor water? Are you fucking kidding me?
You do have purified water rations in the half track, and you do have a water purification kit.
See? Exactly. I figured we did. I would assume we did. Living in an apocalypse and not without a water purifier is like the dumbest idea ever.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. You guys, as long as you guys
the birth standard, you get one as soon as you're out of the womb.
Pretty much.
Is there any fruit or anything on the trees?
Can I get in the water quietly without like jumping and splashing into it?
You'll have to make a stealth check, and no, there are no fruits on the trees.
Ooh, okay,
Well, for starters, I'm gonna move to about here, kind of underneath this platform, up against the railing, just kind of like here specifically. And I'm just kind of looking out around in the room in this direction.
Being right here, you are behind one of the trees in the water.
That's a dirty 20.
And I'm just gonna kneel down and just kind of take a look around the room.
Yeah, you just lightly crawl into the water, stone. You don't make much noise at all.
Nice.
And I'm just kind of directing Seraphim and Maxon to the best of their abilities in the dark to kind of keep an eye out.
I would like to make a perception check via sound. I want to listen for... I want to see if I can hear anything other than the creaking of the building.
Okay, roll for perception then.
Ooh, Matt Murdock over here.
Moved up here with you.
Don't think it ain't just my eyes that are good. We're about to find out. Oh my god, is that an 18? 20? Yeah, it is. 28.
Okay. You, as you close your eyes,
I'm even more deadly in the dark.
You attune yourself to the dark. You hear the body slowly swishing in the water. You hear the faint beeping of the lights in these diodes as they blink every few seconds. Not enough to light the room, but just enough to show the blinks. And then you hear breathing. Deep breathing. It starts to get louder. Heavier. And you bump into Serena because you're stumbling around in the dark.
I think,
He had me for a second there.
That it might know we're here.
I did, yeah. For a split
It's
second,
in
I
the
was like,
first
yep.
half.
I can just, it might know we're here.
But
it might be aware.
you did you heard a light breeze blowing through. You assume that like wherever this water is coming in, there's enough space for also like a small amount of wind to come through, which could also explain how the trees got here. Some random seeds could have just got blown underneath this.
This building does lead outside. I can feel the breeze. I can hear the breeze.
I was curious, how does it feel in here? Like, is it cool? Is it hot?
It's very it was very humid in the jungle, kind of hot. In here it is much cooler because of it's like I said, it's almost like a cave. Like it conducts this cold air, this like water in the pool. It's very cool in here.
Okay. Do I find anything on the bodies or just anything else in general in the water?
Give me another D20 roll.
All right. Let's see. What do I got here? Perception or just flat D20?
Just a flat roll. Just a flat loot roll.
Oof. That is a 2.
The bodies you pull up out of the water just seem to be ripped apart torsos, split skulls with ripped up eye sockets, nothing really of value. Just kind of, you assume that. I will say you do think that this is where whatever it is eats, because these bodies don't really have anything on them, and you're finding a lot more like animal parts here too.
Oh, okay. Are there like any lab coats on anybody I can take if they're scientists? I'd like a lab coat.
Oh, all of these bodies are post-war. There's nothing pre-war in this water.
Ah, crap. Oh well.
We're talking some tattered ass lab coats if you find them.
Oh yeah.
They disintegrated ages ago.
But yeah,
We'll find
do you
one behind
stay in the
case and
water, or
open
do
the case
you?
and
Are you gonna get out, Stone? Do you continue searching through the water?
I'm gonna continue searching because I get the feeling whatever this creature is seems to be using this water.
Okay, so as you swim around in the water,
Can I tell how deep it is by him moving around?
you have dark vision.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, well, you can't see through the water. You
Nope.
see that he's swimming around in it, and Stone, with you jumping in, how tall are you again?
He's about 6 feet tall.
You're about 6 feet tall. I would say the water is about, say about 9 feet deep, maybe 10 feet.
9 feet deep? Okay.
Shit.
Okay, so I'd have to swim, I'm guessing then.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would have
You are
to swim.
swimming.
Yeah.
Do you relate about how deep it is to the rest of the party? Because you're the only one that can tell. It's too dark,
yeah,
even for
I
people with dark
should.
vision.
For the sake of it, yeah, I probably should relay that information to the party. Is
Okay.
anyone near enough for me to hear it without me being too loud? And
Oh yeah, I was about to say you can communicate it. You're only about like what 10 feet away from them right now.
Even at 15 or 20 feet, you got to think this is a very quiet room. Probably him whispering will probably get our
I will
attention
say
anyway.
it is kind of an
Well,
echoey
Seraphim
room.
can hear really well, so
It's an
Seraphim can
echoey
hear
room,
everybody close to him.
but with the trees and stuff, and with the wind, like it's kind of just an average room. Like there's background noise, but at the same time, it's not like overtly loud.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you could also just move yourself closer over here, like just swim up next to the tree and let them know.
Doggy paddle on over.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, so you swim over, and how do you just like let them know the water's deep enough where you have to swim and you still can't like touch?
Yeah, I probably am going to let them know that. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Just be like, this water is rather deep. Keep that in mind.
I don't think we're gonna do any good by searching through this water. I'm not sure that there's anything of value here.
I
I feel like what we need is probably upstairs. This is lab work we're talking about to find deuterium.
I found
So-
several bodies in here, all mauled and eaten. I'm guessing this is the feeding ground. Which is why I'm inspecting the water. Perhaps I'll find something that'll help us figure out what it is.
Well, climb out, dry off. You're on point going up the stairs.
Alright.
Hey. Now that Scooby is joined up with the rest of the gang, where are we going?
Well, my instinct was to go up these stairs, but that depends on if the concurrence of the group.
What? Rare.
I was gonna say I want
There
to go
is
up
the
these
door
stairs
at
right
the
here.
end of the hall.
There
Yeah, there
is.
is.
Well, there's the door at the end of the hall over here. There's the door over here, and then we've got the
And
door he
then-
wanted to go towards.
Yeah, so yeah, it's wherever you guys want to go. You just let me know.
Left wall strat. First wall I can turn and walk on. That's my philosophy. But where do you guys want to go?
I'm going to move up forward.
Okay. Are you guys gonna split up, or are you gonna stay together? Because
If
You
somebody
guys
else
can
has
split up
another
if you
idea, when she said I'm a planner, not a leader, if we're going straight through that way, we'll go straight through that way. I will not argue. In which case, I will take
Let's
the front
check the
again.
first floor first, just in case.
I'll lead ahead of Maxon for now until we get into the next room, possibly. If the area gets smaller, I'm gonna let Maxon go in front of me, or whatever other bruiser is walking with me.
I will also say that I didn't explicitly say it, but there are there were like light sources that you can carry with you that are stand-ins for torches. If anybody wants to like retroactively say they have some on them.
I was gonna ask that, but then we were in the foyer already.
No, yeah, I was gonna include that in like your basic like kit essentially. So like just some like fancy glow sticks essentially that would do the same as a torch. Or if you just want a flashlight.
Yeah, I grabbed one, didn't have it on until this point. I didn't want to
You're
split
lighting it
up.
up.
I didn't have to if I didn't want to light a beacon saying, "Hey, we're right here."
That was my main concern.
Snack, come get
Is
it.
having lights on.
Well, I would say keep it with you just in case combat happens, but sneak until then would be my suggestion.
Yeah, that's why I had you in the middle, so that you don't really have to pay attention to where you're going. You just grab onto Maxon's shoulder, or previously Stone's shoulder, and just kind of follow along. But I'm not stopping you from lighting it. If you want to light it, you light it. That's up to you.
Yeah. It's entirely up to you.
I'm not sure it's going to have that much of a difference.
Because I'm pretty sure when we make just the wrong noise at the wrong time, if it's here, it's going to find us anyway. It knows this place like the back of its hand.
Yeah, walking across this room, I'll definitely like kind of low hand like behind me, not to stop, because like this would be stop, but like I'm gonna low hand to like slow down so that I can walk out in front and like get like a, I don't know, 30-40 feet out in front of everybody, so I can inspect like whatever the door, whatever. Is there glass on the door, or is it just a solid door?
There is glass, but it seems to be it has like metal bars on it as well, so it's kind of hard to see through.
Okay.
But
I'll attempt to take a peek. I'm sure I won't get much out of it, but like try and kind of see what's in there, if anything.
Okay. As I'd say, then just make a perception.
Just a regular or disadvantage, or what do you think? I figured it was disadvantage because it's got bars on the.
Yeah,
I'll give you
disadvantage.
I'll take the guidance. Well, that's probably not gonna be very good. My perception rolls are shitted today. Let's see. That's 7 plus a D4. I'm not using that one. No, I will use that one. 7 plus. Let's see. That's 11 total. I rolled a 3.
You're not able to see through the
got you over at 10,
the barred window, but as you're inspecting the wall, you see a marking over the door that you've recognized from other pre-war human buildings on Ermos that usually identify like maintenance. So I'll
kind of wave everyone
the door
up to me then. And I'll ask, this seems to be some kind of maintenance area. Do we enter here first? Or do we want to explore otherwise?
I'd probably hold off. I'd probably do this one last on our way back out if we wanted to check it. It might have some supplies, but probably not what we are here for. What's got your interest? Being a heavy water location.
Well, like I said, upstairs. Maxon, do you still want to explore this room, or do you want to move somewhere else?
And it looks like there's a ladder right here, isn't there?
Yeah, you can climb
Could
up there. Yeah, you can climb up there.
Take this ladder and come over here, and we can check this door, and then come up as well. And that way we can still circle the room, just in the other direction.
What do we think, everyone? Up or
Pretty
maintenance?
much just to go off of what everyone else decides to do.
I'd like to stick you to Raziel, if you'll stay with him, Stone. And I'll keep Seraphim and Maxon should we get split. So we have an even spread of firepower and toughness.
Muscle.
So do you guys make your way over to this side?
Yeah, I'll motion for us to move that way, and I'll let Stone or Maxon go first since they're the punchy boys.
I probably should. I think I have higher health and constitution than he does.
Yeah, whoever wants to go first, because I know you both can take a hit.
Yeah.
As you guys are slowly making your way over there, Seraphim, will you make a perception check for me?
Yeah, that's a 30, nat 20.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
Plus 10 becomes a 30.
What a thing.
As
John.
everybody is like making their way through, you hear breathing in your ear again. Deep, steady breathing. And
that's fun.
I'm just waiting for Maxon to
As
finish
you-
climbing the ladder, and I'm like looking around.
you're hearing the breathing, and as you brush it off as it's just someone standing next to you, that's when you realize you're the only one that hasn't gone up the ladder yet, other than Serena, who's kind of like, you see her like eyes
Yeah,
lighting
I'm
up
just
in the
kind of
door.
like looking up, looking around, keeping an eye.
Something has you paranoid, Seraphim. You don't know if it's just the other voices in your head, but you don't like this place.
I will grab Serena on the shoulder before she goes up the ladder.
Yeah, I'll back and kind of put my ear to you, still looking around.
And he leans in. There is... Somebody is breathing behind me.
Up,
I can
now.
hear it.
Go, tell them.
We rush up the ladder.
Yep.
I can hear
Yeah, I'm gonna
it.
come up and I'm
There
gonna
is
be looking
breathing.
down the ladder and like kind of keeping an eye. I'm swiveling now. I'm keeping an eye around the room.
And around the time that everybody gets up the ladder and everything, you notice in the tree here, the leaves start shaking.
Immediately turning around, watching this.
Is my perception good enough? I can aim at that area.
If you're gonna attack, you have to attack at disadvantage. But yes, you could fire a shot into the tree if you wanted to.
I'm not gonna fire yet.
But okay, yeah.
Until
So
for sure
Yeah.
we have eyes. Until we
I'm
have
gonna
eyes on
reassert.
something.
Not because you said that, but this is just like a constant thing in my head. I will reassert to everybody very quietly, since we're all close together. I'll say, don't shoot if you don't have to. Don't want to provoke
Like
this
if-
thing in a way we don't need to.
is anybody else gonna do anything before the rest? While this the tree gently rustles.
Other than that, I just kind of motion, like, I look at Stone and Max and I just kind of motion to watch that.
Do I feel the wind or anything? Do I think it's the wind that's causing that?
There is a breeze, but this is definitely like there's something
Too hard
in the
for
tree
the
moving
breeze.
around. Yeah, there's something like rustling around.
Can I tell how big it is?
It doesn't
How
seem
big
too
are
big.
The trees. I was just gonna say, if the whole tree is
There-
shaking.
You know what?
I was about to say the trees are about 11 feet tall.
Oh,
I want to
Uh,
step up for a second. I'm gonna
Okay, you
walk-
step up to the tree.
No, I'm gonna walk forward and I look back to everybody and then I say, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if there's actually something there.
Wait,
So
before you do,
I want to.
Seraphim, over there, and I point over at this, like at the end of the walkway area. Say, go hop over that rail, stand on the walkway. I don't want you anywhere near this thing. Same for you, Raziel.
yeah, I'm a bit squishy. So yeah, I would try and sneak across here.
I'm gonna walk down
Where
this,
was the
like,
tree again?
about, like,
The
Halfway
tree
down
that's
these
rustling
stairs.
is right here.
Okay, yeah, then I would.
yeah, I was,
this way.
yeah, I pointed in this direction, where, depending on, where you guys go. But I'm gonna walk, like, halfway down the stairs, still, like, visual, but, like, I'm kind of down a little ways from where they're at. And I'm gonna watch what they're doing. I'm gonna watch here and watch over this way as well, if I can.
If we jump down this will make a lot of noise. But
At
this
that
at
point,
least
I'll just pull out the light. There's no,
yeah.
there's no reason in hiding it there. Then,
Not if we jump down. So we'll hold right here at the edge, far enough away from the tree, with weapons ready. Or at
Let's
least my
just see
weapons
where this
ready.
goes.
And I'll look back at Maxon and I'll.
There's a chance that this might not do anything, so can't hurt to try. I am going to remember that noise I made that got the snake thing's attention.
You're gonna try and like just make a loud noise.
I'm gonna the call that I did earlier.
A beastly noise.
I'm gonna see.
Oh yeah, like to
I'm gonna
challenge
see-
it.
I'm gonna see if it responds in any way. So I'm gonna make that survival check.
Okay. Yeah, just roll plus survival.
Okay. Let's see what it does. Okay, that's 13 plus. That's 22. My survival is plus 9.
So you make this. You make the
Low.
same call out to the
Yeah.
spider snake, like that you made out to the spider snake, and the rustling stops for a second, and then in a split second, it seems to be a mutated bird flies out with a dead lizard, and flies over your head, Maxon, and is just kind of like starts fluttering around through here before kind of going out the door.
It's just a bird.
How loud was that noise he just made?
It was loud enough it like echoed out throughout the room.
Okay, I
Do
had
I
to step
hear
away for a
anything
second.
moving or running?
What did I miss?
He bellowed and a mutated bird flew out of the tree.
To figure out what was
A
in the
what
tree.
flew out of the
Max-
tree?
A mutated bird with a lizard
Oh,
in its mouth.
And just flew and left, but it was a loud
pretty
enough
much
noise that
just-
reverberated around the place.
I pretty much just made the same call I did to call the spider snake to see if this thing reacted.
Yeah, like a beastly bellow. I'm gonna step towards Raziel and Seraphim and wave you two towards me. And I'm gonna like kind of get in the in the shadow underneath the light kind of spot here and kneel down and like take a quick, probably the last chance to take like a couple seconds to just in the dark powwow. So I'm
We
assuming
want to
that
get out of
noise.
this room quickly.
We should probably get out of this room quickly. So, there is the obvious fastest option right next to us, and there is the next fastest option, which is the other side of this room, but on the other side of the catwalk. For the sake of cardinal direction, like on the physical map, do we go north or south?
I'd check the one closest to us first, honestly.
South
The further
door.
we have to go, the more risk we have.
The door closest to you, to anyone that can see with dark vision, is the seems to be the processing plant where like where the heavy water would be produced. So that's probably your best bet of finding the prototype machine that you're looking for, that you found in your notes.
Okay, is this like a flat like walkway, or do I need to hop the rail to drop down onto this catwalk?
It's about a 6-foot drop.
Oh wait,
if you
this
jump down
stairway
from
actually
there.
goes around down to it. We could just walk down the
Yeah.
stairs and go. Okay, I missed that.
It's
Yeah.
whichever you want to do. But it is a small enough drop. You probably wouldn't get hurt jumping down. It's only like 6 feet.
Plus
More the
the sound
noise
that
that
I
was
was
the
thinking
issue.
of.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
why I didn't jump down originally, so I probably would have taken the time to go along here. Oh,
Would it be ideal to be able would I be able to like Genji and dragons just drop down and then silently hit the floor? Is anyone over
probably
talking
not
about
on a metal
the-
floor like this.
There's a cinematic short for Overwatch. Genji drops down and like it literally didn't put any sound in because he's a ninja. Anyways, yeah, I'll be sensible and walk. Same thing as before. I'm gonna walk up, see if there's a way I can look through the door. Just kind of gauge who I want to try and push in front of me first.
Okay. Does everybody go down to enter that room?
I'll go, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about
I'm
Stone?
trying to keep everybody together, but again, if don't forget again, if we get split, I would like Stone, try to stick with Razio because he's squishy, and then the other two can try and stick close to me.
Alright then.
The only other split that I would find not suicidal would be like Max and getting singled out, but hopefully that doesn't happen at all.
Yeah.
Ideally, we protect Seraphim and Raziel first.
Yeah, so just let me know who is going into the room to try and find the device, and if anybody is going to stay outside and stand watch.
We'd probably want our stealthiest but still perceptive enough to pay attention, and you have issues with sight at the moment and we can't turn on a light. So Seraphim would probably be a bad idea.
Could be, but I could take him with me in the room.
Can any of the
Well, yeah, I was talking about
creatures-
trying to figure out who could watch for the creature outside.
Oh, that's Stone easily.
Yeah,
Because Stone's got that wild ass dark vision that can see like
That's
what is it,
true,
120 feet.
Yep.
Then the rest of us, I'd suggest stepping inside because there's less movement that way in the main chamber if that's where whatever it is or if anything else gets drawn.
We could do
Yeah, I
like
would probably step
everybody
in with you.
steps in, but most of you remain at the door and kind of look and
Oh yeah,
listen
I wasn't
out.
going far in.
Just like step in, close the door behind us, take a second outside of the large room, see if we hear anything, make a noise in there. If we want to do that, does it sound ideal?
Yeah.
Everybody step in. It's like look around the room while you guys kind of
Watch the door.
hold door.
And outside.
Okay.
That way we can see if anything's going to start moving around or running through the...
Same as the previous door, looking like. Is there like glass or anything I can see through? If not, I'll pull it open if it's another barred window.
This door is completely metal. It seems to be a more like heavier industrial door to like, in case there were any accidents, like this door would probably hold up to more punishment.
Are there any claw marks on the door?
No.
I will hang the submachine gun by its strap and pull my sidearm, and I will twist the handle and very quietly pull it open. Very gently, very slowly.
If it started to creak, I would have immediately started to oil that shit.
As you go to open the door, it twists, you hear a hiss, and then it actually hydraulically like moves back and slides to the side.
Oh, okay.
You see that this one doesn't have power, but it has like a almost like pneumatic system. So it just has like compressed air that seems to be powering it. So even without power, it still seems to be holding like a secure lock.
I will holster and submachine guns back up again, and I'll step in the door. Shit, who would I even pull up there with me? I don't really have anybody to breach a room with me. But I'll step in forward and then to the left, and I'll step to the left as well to like clear the door and just start like kind of eyeing the room.
And I'll step in on the other side to keep watch, considering I've got a gun in each hand.
As you step in, you see a door that you see a room that is seems pretty much untouched as compared to the rest of the building that you've seen. You see that this one has a working terminal. There's a skeleton sitting in front of it, wearing a very dingy lab coat. And
lab coat.
Nice lab coat.
It's coming off the corpse.
Behind him, there seems to be the old dilapidated equipment. And there isn't much else. There is a mug that says Best Supervisor on it, sitting on the table as well, covered in cobwebs and dirt.
I will admire the mug for a moment, and
Can I
I'll
take the lab coat?
cross the room quietly, and I'll look at Raziel, and I'll kind of motion like that to wave them in.
Okay, so as everyone enters, Stone, you can take the lab coat, but as you go to pull it off, you notice it does start to fall apart as you begin to pull it off of him.
Cotton sitting still for, what was it, 50?
Millennia.
Yeah, 50
No, 50
years.
years, yeah.
Millennia,
Heavy
Jesus Christ.
radiation damage.
from the
I was
previous
thinking of
war,
something
maybe.
else. Hey, I told you I played Fallout 76 today, and I was thinking of that.
So maybe I can like keep it in my bag and get someone to help repair it for me back at the
I will.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll plug up to this
Maybe
terminal
turn
and
it into something nice.
kind of like crouch down next to this desk and just wait for the information to come through.
Okay, since this one is working, I'll just let you use Sato to get through it. You don't have to actually like tinker around with it. You are able to download the schematics for the production device.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be a working prototype here, but it is a very simple thing. It's literally just like a device to send electricity through water. It's not that hard to build. You could probably build it with stuff you already have on the unit.
Okay. Is this just an isolated lab, or is it like a lab with some windows off on the opposite end from the door, looking down in a room, or is there? What's the rest of the layout?
The rest of the layout outside of the desk and the computer that you're at is it's another like pool room with the tubes going down into the water where the heavy water is produced. So this seems to be like where the production is. This terminal seems to be like the supervisor's terminal, as well as what seems to be running at least production on this side of the facility.
Is there any like test tubes or test cups, maybe pH test cups or something like that, that I could like scoop a cup just to feel, I don't know, just out of curiosity, scoop up out of that pool?
Yeah, there'd be some beakers and some like glassware.
I will take a beaker, not an Erlenmeyer flask, but a beaker, and I will scoop a cup, and I'll look at it, I'll swirl it around, and I'll look at everyone, and I'll say, "This is heavy water," intending to hand it to whoever walks up.
And then
we had somebody watching the door.
It is significantly, noticeably heavier than like a regular, like you hold a cup of water and like this, and it is noticeably different.
I'm probably washing the door, considering I can see better than most here.
Hopefully.
As you're looking out the door, Stone, nothing's coming around. You don't see anything, you don't really hear anything. I will say you do hear like the water moving slightly, but it does just kind of sound like the wind picking up. But that if you're looking for any noticeable thing, you do hear the water moving slightly.
Okay. I'll be cautious, but I'll just take that as say like the water just kind of swishing around a bit.
I was about to say, outside of that, if you want to try and find anything else here, you can roll for it. You can try and collect some heavy water here, but unless you brought something specifically to store it,
we're screwed.
Yeah.
I'll gather up by the door again, and I'll kind of look at everyone. I have what I need. Anything else? Want to search the rest of the place?
I'm
We
gonna
need to search that last door on the way out.
Why not? You never know what we could find in a place like this.
There's a door across from us on the north side, and there's a door just downstairs.
Well,
Just depends on where you all want to go.
I was looking for the security office in the main hall, and it wasn't in the main hall. The
It might
first
have
door that we
weapons.
went to was the maintenance, so I doubt it's there. I want to check
Should be
that
across
last
from
door.
us on the north door.
Yup.
Before we
Okay,
move,
so you
though,
guys,
let's think. So that thing could be in any number of places. We thought briefly it was in that tree. Fortunately, it wasn't. It's clearly quite large. We didn't enter maintenance, but realistically, maintenance is probably quite a large room. Let's move towards this next room cautiously, and very quietly, and
Agreed.
look for signs of what that room might be, much like the other doors, before entering. If it's anything like this room,
Scratch marks.
Stone, I would like for you to enter first, and possibly Maxon after him. And I will take
can do
third.
that.
okay, just so are you guys like are you making your way over there now?
Yeah, that was essentially
Sneaking
that was the end of the
across this
conversation. I
wall.
was just kind of saying, like, I'll lead across, but once we get to the door and kind of see what's in there and determine if we're gonna go in or not, I'll let Maxon and Stone.
With you leading, Serena, I need you to make a perception check,
Absolutely.
and I will probably have everybody else roll stealth as well.
Ooh, stealth. Okay.
Another 8, huh? So 8 plus stuff is 12.
Shit. 12?
We are on the 12s and 11s today. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
The room, like, you think this place is getting to you because you think this room looks different, even though you've looked it over 12 times now, and it's the exact same.
That's interesting.
I'll turn and I'll look at Razio.
God damn, those drums are royal.
Does this room look any different to you?
I need to roll something to see if I notice anything.
If you would
Nature-wise,
also like,
if nothing else,
well,
what would you like me to roll?
if you're just like looking, if you're just also looking around to see if anything's different, it would be perception.
All right, just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolled a natural 18, so that is not the right thing. Why's that doing that? Crap. Oh, give me my pointer back. Oh, I got a dirty 20.
It looks like the trees have moved.
Oh,
Where they started here, 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 and here. This one is still here. This one is also here. And it seems this one has moved here, and this one has moved over slightly here.
That's a
trees are fucking moving.
A gun up, I'm
Far
like,
ones are closer. Guns up. Stay. If
All
we're
right.
gonna go to this last door, we need to stay close to this wall and go as quiet as we can, as quick as we can, and see if anything happens to the trees close and nearby. Keep an eye on them as we go by.
Everybody roll stealth for me.
I rolled an 18 for stealth. I rolled it before I rolled this one.
All right, I'm gonna wait till everybody rolls.
I need like maybe
15.
15, 18, 16.
18.
Wait, and then we add
18.
We're adding the. Is it just a flat roll, or do we add
No, you
Yeah,
add whatever bonus for stealth.
Okay, 25.
Okay, as I step up, I'll also like, I'll say, Stone, get ready. I need you on my ass. Maxon, I want you in the rear. Seraphim and Raziel behind Stone.
My stealth is a 12.
Okay. So we had two 18s, a 15, a 16, a 12, and a 25. If you guys will move somewhere here.
Serena, you first.
Just gonna move
That
this
works
up
too.
there.
Okay, and then
I would have had
need
him against the wall behind me, as far away from the rail as possible, since there are two trees, one here and one has moved down to here. We would have been hugging that wall as we moved.
I need stone, and I need. Who rolled a 15 for their
Me.
stealth? I'm gonna need Stone and Sorena to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh boy. Okay. Wisdom. What's my saving?
Who has a low? Does either one of you have a low wisdom?
6.
Okay.
I'm not rolling great tonight.
Okay, so D.
I don't
20
think
plus
my reaction
wisdom,
would help
basically?
you.
Yeah, D20 plus whatever your wisdom saving throw is.
I think for your reaction, you'd also have to like. I don't know, for the reaction thing. Is it reaction for you to give me your reaction thing?
Saving throw.
I'm looking it up right now.
It depends.
You gain the ability on pressure.
So
My thought is like if you would even know to like reinforce me in that sort of way.
Okay.
Well, it says you gain the ability to come up with solutions under pressure. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll. +4 wouldn't do a 6 not much good.
No.
But you are within sight of me and you are in front of me, I would have seen something.
Just depends on what's going on. That was mainly why I was asking.
Well, so...
Oh, well, yeah, that depends on if it was a visible thing that I would have seen.
Right. Yeah, that's why I was curious.
Would it have been?
As you step up, Serena and Stone, the world goes dark.
Fuck.
Yeah. Crap.
And as it does, could you play some combat music for me?
Absolutely.
You see the two further trees begin to slowly click and like move apart into...
Oh my fucking god, I do not like the look of that.
They were the trees. Fuck.
Uh,
I had a
This.
feeling the trees were on.
you see these horrible dark voids where you assume their eyes would be. And then as Stone and Serena's eyes stop working, you see just this disgusting like orifice fill with blood and then just slowly start to pool and pool and pool until an eye forms. And they look at you and they screech.
Oh.
Shit.
And I would like everybody to roll initiative for me.
I turn on my light.
Okay, yeah, no, I will let you do that. Go for it.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Watch this. Watch this shit.
I rolled an
Nice,
18
Maxim.
with the initiative bonus of +6. So.
Hey, wait, what are we rolling?
Roll initiative.
So I got 24.
Oh, I don't. get
All
the
right,
bonus,
nice.
so that's what
Go
this is.
ahead and add that to it. Add yourself to initiative. Let me add these guys to initiative as well.
They're already on initiative. Eyeless 1 and 2.
Right.
Well, I meant
Or
like
Eyeless-
their
Eyeless
rolls.
So my
Holy shit! Okay.
So these are the things that.
yeesh. No,
They did not roll badly this time.
My initiative is a 9.
Okay. So, is everybody in? Everybody's added themselves to. Okay. And Seraphim does have his light going. So, how much is a torch? Is it 30 feet of bright light?
20 feet?
Or no.
I don't
Well, yeah,
remember.
basic torch I think is 20.
I'll bump it up
The
to
light spell.
30 feet just because it's higher tech.
Okay.
But so he has 30 feet of bright light around him.
These things in 30 feet of like green or orange light in the dark in a rusted old warehouse. Ugh. Fucking
I was about to
ew.
I will say though, it's not a worry for you, Serena,
No.
or for you, Stone, because you guys can't see. You just
Literally the next thing I was going to say is feels bad for you guys. I don't have to fucking see this shit.
I was about to say the only person that can see them right now is Raziel
Me.
because the bright light. All you guys hear is just
That's
clicking
your
in the
circle of
dark.
what you can. Oh well, no, yeah, that's actually no. It would be this is where you can see. That's how bright the light is, and I've got it centered on Seraphim.
All right.
Okay, cool. So yeah, those who can't see just hear popping and cracking, and if everyone is ready, we'll start with Serena.
Let's see. Okay, bright light for 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20 feet on a torch is the original, like, ranges for it.
I'm gonna bump it to 30 feet bright, 30 feet dim.
Okay, so they can all see this horror and maybe that horror as well, or at least the front of it.
Yeah, it'd be 60.
So 60 feet is dim light, and then
Is that right?
the inner 30
Or
is
would that be
bright.
double that.
Yeah.
This would be a 30-foot radius right here because it's a 60-foot circle. Right? 30 foot around him. So that's where his bright light ends. And then it's dim light for another 30. So they can see that first one.
Yeah. They can never see this shit.
Also,
That's part of that one as well.
Dim light up to here, I think.
Yeah.
I
They
forgot
have
that
regular circles, by the way. That it's
Yeah, I was
also
thinking about
wavy.
that just now a second ago.
Here, I'll drop
Stone
down.
and Serena, when you guys are able, both
Yeah,
take
there we
10
go.
necrotic damage.
10 necrotic damage, you say?
Yeah, 10 necrotic damage, you and Stone.
Oh, it doesn't tell me the actual feat about it though, like the other one did.
I think I have some resistance to necrotic. Let me look at my.
I don't.
I was about to say, not to be rude, but necrotic is one of those things that is not resisted often, so I would be surprised.
Yeah, I'm just
It's not
checking.
common.
'Cause this thing says I'm resistant to random crap apparently.
No, yeah, I was about to say, with your class, maybe.
It's entirely possible.
Entirely possible.
It might be under my. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, so
So, yeah, take that damage, and then, it is your turn, Serena, whenever you're ready to go.
Alright. Eyes go dark. Splashing. Movement, action, dash, movement. I'm going full fucking 60 feet towards that door. I don't know where anything else is, but I know I'm not facing forward towards that door, and I've got a wall next to me. So long as that... Who's holding me? Someone's holding me.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, if you want to, like, put your hand on the wall and just, like, run forward, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, it's
double
full on.
movement.
Like I don't know where anything is except for forward. So I'm gonna action dash and get to there. Before I run away, though, I do say like make for the door, regroup inside.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Okay, Nexon, we are on to you.
Be specific. Okay. I'm watching your mouth.
Thinking what to do. Okay, so remind me again what this little circle is.
That's
That is the light.
light.
No, that's the dim.
Is that the dim?
30 feet. That's the full, like, 120
Okay.
feet. Half of that is bright, and the rest of that is dim. If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check the measurements, because it's a pain in the ass. Nope, I did get it wrong.
So yeah, at least vaguely, Maxon, you can see at least this thing. Okay, you can see. Is this one in the bright light or is it in the dim light?
That would be at the. That'd still be in dim light, but very visible
Okay.
at the least. I would
For
think.
Maxon, it would be the For Maxon, it would be the 30. So yeah,
Yeah.
you see the vague outlines of what seem to be two 11-foot. You guys ever seen War of the Gargantuas?
I have not.
I have not.
It sounds horrifying already.
It's an old like Toho monster movie, and the monsters are like these giant like humanoid monsters, and one of them is covered in like dark green, like it almost looks like mossy fur. That's
Ugh.
basically
called?
the War of the Gargantuas.
So it's like Attack on Titan, but furry.
That's
Little bit
Door.
of Frankenstein thrown in.
Door.
Yeah. But,
Outies.
you see those two scary motherfuckers. Here, hold on. Yeah. 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 Think that thing, but with one eye. And a horrifying smile looking directly at you.
Ugh.
Well, that's bad.
Nah.
So what do you do, Maxon?
We are completely out of our element right now, guys.
Yep. That's why I yelled what I did and then ran.
Okay, what is... So this little area right here. Let's see. Because I want to see if there's like a place where I can just put myself where I can try to take cover and wait for the moment to strike later.
You could stand here if you wanted. There isn't too much cover in this specific area here, just because it is just like a walkway. But the best place where you could get cover would probably be like right here.
Yeah, I'm just going to run, okay, right over here. And
I will say that Seraphim is not the only person that has a torch on him. Everybody has torches.
Oh.
Like, it is a...
You know how I feel right now, guys? Remember when I showed you that mod thing and it got super dark? That's literally how that is what we are going through right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I knew you guys were gonna run headfirst into this facility, so I was like,
Okay, I'm gonna stay right here and I'm gonna take the hide action.
Okay, cool. Is that all you're gonna do with your turn?
Yeah, I can still use like my bonus action, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
It's
Then
a
we are gonna
D20
move on.
Hide, right?
Do you have to roll to hide, or do you just do it?
Yeah,
Uh,
you still gotta roll a
is-
stealth roll.
Hide
okay,
is an
then, yeah.
action.
Okay.
17 plus 7. Let me check. Stealth modifier is.
Then anytime you want somebody to try and find them, you gotta have them roll for it.
So I got 24. I am hitting.
I was about to say.
Yeah, the
24.
DC is against their passive.
And then they have to,
Yeah.
and after
Okay,
that,
yeah.
they have to roll.
Yeah, if
You
they
beat
want
it.
to actually specifically look for them, it's yeah.
So
Okay.
everybody kind of starts looking around, trying to figure out like how dark it is, and then someone just, I don't know who, but somebody turned to me, and I kind of just jumped back and just disappeared into the darkness.
You
And
beat
we-
even my passive perception.
This is your ally.
I was born in it. I'm molded by it.
I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm gonna take away from like what we're going through, but he has been in a situation similar to this before, so. Alright, I passed my
We-
turn.
And we will pass to Eyeless 1.
No. It doesn't have to have a turn. That's okay.
It doesn't have to have a turn.
We could just skip
I
past it.
was
It can
about to
just
say.
hold action to hand out hostess treats, you know? Give us some Twinkies.
How
On
far
Halloween.
are you from this? Give me 1 sec. I need to check something.
25 feet. I measured it. 25 to 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm within 30.
Will
I'm not
you
sure how much
make
the height
a-
difference is, though. That's the only thing I wasn't sure about.
Oh, it's 11 feet tall. It's like its head is kind of like looking over the railing.
Ugh.
Okay,
I
will
can't
you
see it, so
give
I don't
me-
know.
I need a charisma saving throw from you.
I hate you. I'm scared. See what I mean, guys? It's the charisma saving throws. It's always the charisma. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen now.
Since you ran from us, I can't help you.
Now I'm alright. 10. I'm fine. I'll be okay.
You can't take reactions until the start of Eyeless One's next turn.
Well,
And
shit.
can you roll a d8? Oh wait, hold on. That will come up later. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's great.
Even though you are blind, you can see this thing staring at you, and you can't take your gaze away from it.
Wonderful. That's amazing.
Through the darkness, you see this thing's piercing eye and its piercing grin just staring at you, and you can't look away. Like it's like the eye of Sauron looking at you through just a void.
I don't like this.
And as it is looking at you, it is going to move a bit. Yeah, it's gonna climb the fence and come over here, up to you.
Oh, it can climb the rails.
Yeah, as it climbs the rails, those of you that can see just see these giant arms come out and pull it fully out of the water, and it just stomps up. Like you hear it, Serena, as it just like stomps up to the railing and just walks over to you, and then with something between a hiss and almost a chuckle, it reaches down and attempts to claw and bite you. Does it get any weird bonuses with you being blinded?
It shouldn't.
Okay, cool.
I don't think so.
Make a dex save.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
it's
held
just-
in place, so it should be fine. It's mostly about seeing things and hitting things.
We're gonna go boom.
See, if he had to make a dex save, then he would have been at a disadvantage, probably. Being blind and not being able to see what was happening to him.
Does an
Or her.
18 hit?
An 18 just hits, sir.
Okay. You are going to. Alright, I will roll that damage then. That is 15 piercing damage.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
And give me a Constitution saving throw.
That one I can do. Unless I roll a... Nope, that's a 7. Never mind. It almost got me. Why are they so wonky on this die? It's like... Hang on. I make sure.
Is it a 10? Is it a 3 or is it an 8?
Okay, it is a 7. I found the 1. Just making sure that I wasn't crazy. Yeah, the 1 is distinctly different. The 7s are all crooked and weird.
Oh yeah, that one.
So that would make that a total of...
11.
Yeah, a number. 7 plus 6. What is that?
13.
13? 13?
13.
13. Probably doesn't do it.
You are poisoned for an hour.
Hell yes.
And then it is gonna try and claw you twice.
Oh my fucking god.
It chose this path.
It chose this button.
Does a
I'm talking about this path.
So a 17 and a 15 do not hit. I have
They do not.
supposed, right? Okay. How does it? So it tries to claw you twice and it misses somehow. How does it miss?
Metal arm, I just hold it up. Ching, ching. Which I guess would reveal to
Yeah.
some of you that the metal that I'm partially constructed of, as well as my armor, is a bit stronger than you'd think. It's a fun metal.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That ends its turn. We are moving on to Raziel.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
So. I can see this fellow.
Am I still completely blind?
I was about to say yes. You are blind for an hour, or until these things die.
Alright.
At least I think. Let me double check. Yes. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was having it to where whoever rolled lowest on the stealth roll had to make that save against these things, and the fact that it was the two people in the front was very thematic that rolled the lowest for stealth.
Yeah, that
is funny.
honestly was crazy.
All right, so can I? Well, if I move forward about 5 feet, can I see Serena? Since I've got 60-foot dark vision.
The eyeless is in the way. It's a large creature, so.
Well, I wasn't sure how the legs would work, and if it was just tall.
It's pretty tall and wide.
So
it's built about like a. Trolls are large creatures, right?
I believe they're large, yes.
They're built like a big, shaggy troll or cyclops almost. They're very tall and wide.
Well, that screwed over that plan. Because I was going to try and get Serena back with us. Alright. Knowing that one's already after Serena.
Oh yeah, I'm making a tactical plan. I'll just tell you right now, above board, if there is a window in that room, I am jumping out of it.
You are blind and can't see shit.
Right. That's why I said if there's a window in that room, I'm jumping out of it.
Also, whoever has the radio...
I didn't give details for the rest. I'm just going to crash into something, so we'll find out.
Whoever does have the radio, it takes an action to use it. I don't know
I think
who has it
Are
specifically.
you reading my mind?
It's me. I've got the radio.
Are you reading my mind, sir? Get out of my head, Mr. DM. It's full on. My idea was like, room, if window, out, radio, shoot with big gun.
Well, Serena would probably have something separate from the radio I've got anyway to get a hold of them. Because I took a
You do have your comm device if you want to. I would say that you've worked on Ermos long enough. I'm sure your helmet and comm system could connect to whatever. You could have had it connected to whatever communications relay they're using if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable to me.
But yeah, once again, it would take an action for you to to do that.
Yeah, first goal is to get into that room.
Okay.
Because I had a plan and I'm sticking with it. Get to that room, try and secure not die. We're securing a not die.
What is your plan, Raziel?
Well, I'm gonna my anchor bot is my cat robot right now, and it's kind of on my shoulder kind of thing, and chilling. So it moved with me when I moved. It has 30 feet of movement, if I'm not mistaken.
And he's gonna give that eyeless one a colonoscopy. Hopefully.
I'm gonna, well, for one, I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker.
Exactly.
With my arcane weapon empowered pistol.
What is the damage type?
Well, first I gotta hit it.
Let's find out.
No, you choose the damage type when you cast the spell.
Oh yeah, it's. Well, at the time I didn't know what it would have been, so this would have been metagaming. But as a bonus action, I can actually change the thing, and seeing the trees move, I probably would have fucking immediately changed it.
It is your turn, sir.
Yes, I'm aware, but I had a different action for my bonus action.
Ah.
I had a different plan for my bonus action.
No, yeah, I just wanted to know, like, what
I probably would have said it as a base fire, since we were in a jungle.
That's what I figured. I figured it would be fire. I just wanted to, like, say it out loud. Okay, so yeah, make your attack rolls. Or roll. I can't remember how many attacks you have.
Well, I can attack as a action and a bonus action.
Oh yeah, you're double barrel.
Well, I've got two pistols right now.
Oh yeah, your pistols too. Okay.
But that was the purpose of the redoing for the gun, for the rifle. But I rolled a 21 on my attack.
Are you attacking Eyeless 1, right?
Yes.
Yes, that hits.
Eyeless 1 for sure. So that is 2d8 if I'm not mistaken. Double check. Yeah, 2d8. Yes.
Oh my god.
So that is 4 plus 7. And then arcane weapon is a d6. 4 plus 7 is 11 plus 5 is 16 points of damage.
16.
And 5 of which is fire.
Okay. It takes all of that damage.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus
What
action.
is that?
What fucking fucking shit?
What? What?
I don't know.
Everything
Colton?
okay, Colton?
Let's take a brief pause here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's twice that I heard that. I heard the headset come off, so now I'm just waiting.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to be like, "You good, Colton?" And then like you wouldn't hurt me.
But like the way he dropped it, it was concerning to that.
Well, after the first one, I thought it might be like lightning really close, thunder crashes, but who knows? Who knows?
My question is, did his internet cut off?
I don't think so. I heard his headset drop. He took it off. There it is again.
Okay, yeah. My mind is jumping to like the worst conclusions because of my paranoia.
So, shall I go ahead and continue?
Go ahead. Sure, if you want.
Well, I was going to have, as a bonus action, I was going to command my anchor to go up and attach to this motherfucker.
Okay.
And it will lower the movement speed 5 times my intelligence modifier.
I'm back.
Is all
Which-
well? What the
Okay.
fuck was that? I heard a third
Yeah,
one.
what happened?
Okay, so I'm trying to keep an eye on the weather, you know, for obvious reasons, because it's just
Yeah, I
getting
thought it
worse
might be
and
thunder
worse.
crashes, but I wasn't sure.
That's what I thought too, but no, our dumbass drunk neighbors are shooting fireworks.
Oh my god.
Why?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're literally
I
under a
got
fucking
really-
tornado watch. What's wrong with these people?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Colton. I got really scared for a second because it sounded like someone was trying to break in.
Oh no, it would have. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go talk to the police. I just eviscerated this man. I'm on edge.
All right, we're
on
good.
edge.
So,
Yeah, so
anchor bot.
What did you think? What did you think was
By the way,
happening?
a troll is large size.
Cool. So yeah, these things are about troll size, but they're a little bit. They have a bit more bulk to them.
Well, yeah. He can
Hey.
now only move 20 feet less each round.
Okay.
20 feet. Okay.
Until that thing is destroyed or detached or whatever. It doesn't actually have a saving throw or anything. It just happens, I guess.
Okay. Cool. No worries. Excuse me. Okay. So is that all for your turn?
Action, bonus action, and most of my movement. About all I
Okay.
can do.
We're going to move on to Eyeless 2 then, and in a similar fashion to Eyeless 1, it marked stone for its prey. It's going to walk up, climb over the railing, and it's going to try and bite you. Stone.
Uh-oh.
Oh lord. I'm not even going to ask if that hits because it's like it's like a 13.
Like he's a 13. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, so he can't find he grabs you and goes. He bites you on your back, but with the way your hide is, he can't seem to like get a good place to bite with his
Doesn't
fangs.
puncture.
Yeah, he can't puncture anywhere. And then he's gonna try and claw you twice. Okay, well,
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure.
so
Sure, those hit.
yeah, those are.
Yeah.
So 227's definitely hit.
Like it's
So, let me
fireworks. It's
roll.
literally thundering here right now, and we're what, 30 miles away?
It was snowing for me today, and I've been busy.
20-ish, maybe a little less than 30. That's crazy. There's no way they looked at the weather and thought, yeah, fireworks. I refuse to believe that.
Last day on Earth, baby.
You take 21 slashing damage, Stone.
You take
Unless,
that damage.
Well, you have resistance to slashing damage, right?
I do believe I do.
During raging or outside of raging?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that could be outside of it. I'm thinking it is.
Okay, yeah, just let me know.
So, I have resistances on. Oh wait, that might be on my. Oh. Dang it, yeah, that might be on the background.
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is usually connected to rage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that is rage. Yeah, that's my rage.
Okay, so 21 slashing damage to you, my friend.
Ouch.
Okay. And that's all it can do, so Seraphim, it's your turn. This thing just walked up and mauled Stone. You hear Serena getting attacked in the dark. You just saw Raziel run up and fire his gun off. What do you do?
I look towards what's in front of me, and what's in front of me is this big motherfucker, to which I will shoot. I'm
for it.
taking I'm gonna take a shot at this guy. Gotta have advantage.
What's giving you advantage right now? I'm just curious, I can't remember.
This time it is the shotgun itself. Within
Okay,
20
cool.
feet, it gets advantage.
Oh, that's
And then
cool.
one of my
Just the thing I was talking
feats
about
gives me
earlier.
the reroll as
The QB.
advantage roll.
Nice. Okay.
But so I got at most a.
Oh shit,
Cool.
That's a warning.
Yep.
we haven't got one
Whose
of those.
phone?
That's
Mine.
his.
Oh,
Fuck.
I don't have anything.
Justice
got
League.
anything yet either.
Istanbul.
Hang on.
Yeah, check that.
we might have to call it.
Uh-oh.
Ours still isn't looking too bad here, Jackson.
Is it not too bad? It's still tornado watch.
Well, the weather doesn't look too bad. It's not even
Where do you
sprinkling.
guys live
Not even
that you
sprinkling
get
right now.
freaking tornadoes?
Right, I'm looking at the forecast.
I gotta go.
All right.
Go.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no
peace out.
worries.
God damn it.
Alright, well,
We'll hold off if
I'll-
we need to.
good
So
luck.
that way you don't
dude.
miss anything.
All right. Hopefully I'm not in the stratosphere. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
Yes, it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was about to say we can just pick this
Do we
back up
wanna call
tomorrow.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to do anything without him either. So next Saturday?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was about to say yes. I don't want to do anything without him either. So
Not,
I'm cool
not
with
when it's
waiting
his
till
turn in the
it's-
middle of combat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
This
have
is like
his
the one place
character
we could
sheet. I
stop
can't
where
play
it
him.
wouldn't be really detrimental. So
Yeah, it's not really a big
Good spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Sucks though.
good spot. I just got.
Now it makes me worry about him.
absolutely- I got like I probably look like a raccoon. Got 2 black eyes. Making noise.
Stop streaming my screen. Close this.
But yeah, Serena, he's 20 feet slower. You are able to run if you can run.
I'll share my plan. My plan was to turn around and fainting attack, bonus action to faint, so that I get advantage on my attack, so that I can nullify the disadvantage from being blind. Okay, follow me here. Next thing was, I have a particularly interesting set of details about my character here. I can move things that are up to one size larger than me due to things that I haven't told you guys about.
Well,
and
if I
he
could
is
have
not
seen you
very
through
far
his
from that
legs-
rail. There's a DM pending. I might maybe be able to throw him back over that railing.
Oh yeah, no, we can definitely hash that out.
I
next
That's
session.
what I was-
definitely could.
I was about to say, Stone, you also definitely could probably throw this thing back in the water.
if I could have seen Serena, I would have vortex warped her back to us. All I had to do was be able to see her. That's why I asked.
I
if
doubt you
see
could
her.
though. It's further on out of the range, and then like, cause I
I
60
have a
foot
90
dashed.
foot range with that.
Right, but 60 feet of vision, and I moved like well out of your range.
That's
for
why
a
I
brief
moved
moment.
forward. That's why I moved forward so I could see you. That's why I asked, can I see Serena through the legs or anything? And he said no, so that muted that plan anyway.
Yeah, I was on the other side of it. It's a big old
Yeah.
boy.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's my plan coming up. I'm gonna hit this thing in the leg so hard that it falls over the fucking rail.
Punch it in the shin really hard.
you're gonna kneecap that bitch.
Nah, yeah,
I say the leg, probably in the hip, honestly, because if you want to make something move, you hit it in the hip. You want to make it go where it doesn't want to.
There's the thunder.
Yeah, it's going wild now. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close everything down, pull the stream down. Oh, we are dropping frames, so yeah, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and drop this down. All right, to be continued in this fight.